Hello and good morning, Shafter High School, and welcome back to Hqtv, Shafter High School's news source.
Today is Tuesday, February 18th, and here's what's going on in our general community.
February is recognized in the United States as Black History Month. This year's theme in the U.S. is African Americans and the vote. The theme recognizes the struggle for voting rights among both black men and women throughout American history.
Black History Month is a time of rejoicing, celebrating, and thanking those African American leaders throughout history for giving us hope and life lessons. This week we will be showcasing the pride, respect, integrity, determination, and enthusiasm some of these memorable leaders in our history stood for and changed the course of time. Now we're going to show a video.
This year's theme for Black History Month is African Americans and the vote. The year 2020 marks the centennial of the 19th Amendment and the culmination of the women's suffrage movement. The year 2020 also marks 150 years since the passing of the 15th Amendment, giving Black Americans the right to vote. The theme recognizes the struggle for voting rights among both Black men and women throughout American history and the rise of Black elected and appointed officials at the local and national levels, campaign for equal rights legislation, as well as the role of Blacks in traditional and alternative political parties. While the 15th Amendment barred voting rights discrimination on the basis of race, it left the door open for states to determine the specific qualifications for voter registration. Southern state legislators used tactics such as literacy tests, poll taxes, and other discriminatory practices to disenfranchise a majority of Black voters. As a result, securing voting rights for African Americans in the South became a central focus of the civil rights movement. In 1965, peaceful marchers like Amelia Boynton were attacked by Alabama state troopers as John Lewis led the march across the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma. Selma became a rallying cry for equal rights around the world. That confrontation was known as Bloody Sunday, and it sparked passage of the 1965 Voting Rights Act. This month, and in the months to come, we reflect on the struggle African Americans endured for the right to vote, while focusing on our moral obligation to exercise that right. At its core, voting is about distribution of resources. Every day our tax dollars go into the government's pot, and then we rely on elected officials to determine where to spend that money. If we don't vote people into office who have our best interest and advocate for initiatives that support our daily livelihood, then we can expect our tax dollars to be spent in our best interest. Being complacent and not voting is not an option, unless you simply concede to giving your hard-earned money away to people, programs, and ideas that don't support the communities in which you represent. When you don't vote, you inadvertently neglect the fight of our ancestors who bled to give us access to the ballot. We can't expect to win with every vote, but if we don't vote, we can certainly expect to lose.
I'm not going to be long. I'm going to be very brief. I'm not here to make a speech. I'm here to make a plea, and I'm here to urge you to do something that I think you will do and something that I think you want to do. Each of us has a moral responsibility, if we are of voting age and if we are registered, to participate in that decision. I come here to urge every person under the sound of my voice to go to the polls on the 3rd of November and vote your convictions. Now, I know you're intelligent people, and I don't need to tell you who you should vote for. I don't have any fear about that. You know who to vote for. I'm just asking you to vote.
This week we are focusing on the D in pride, which stands for determination. Remember, showing determination can get you a general dollar.
If you earn enough, you can exchange them for any item you want from the prize store in front of the dean's office every Thursday.
Students, take advantage of our outstanding tutoring opportunity. The library is open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. Go get the help you need from the staff members available.
If you have any new or gently used formal dresses you would like to donate, please see Wendy Hunley in the admin office. If you need a dress for a dance, please see your counselor or Wendy in the admin office so you can browse what is currently available and see if there's anything you'd like to borrow.
You sound a little sick right there.
I'm a little sick.
The Sadie's dance will be this Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. Single tickets are $15 and couples are $25. You can buy single tickets from an ASB member, but couple tickets have to be purchased from Miss Garcia or the finance office. Also, off-campus guests must be approved through the dean's office.
You're only going to need a single ticket, huh?
I'm not even going to go.
If you have not bought a yearbook, the deadline to do so is this Friday. It is only $90. You can order online at jostens.com or at the finance office. These are memories that will last forever. See Ms. Marshall if you have any questions.
Noche de Gala is approaching fast, so mark your calendars for March 7th, which is 2 weeks after Sadie's.
Clubs. General's Best Friend Club will have their next meeting next Monday.
And now we're going to send it over to sports and upcoming events.
Softball started and is mandatory for girls not in a winter sport. You must be good with all paperwork turned in before you can participate. See Ms. Durant or Ms. Garcia if you have any questions. Now let's take a look at upcoming events. On February 19th is a late start. February 22nd is the Sadie's Valentine's Day dance. On February 24th is Winter Sports Awards. February 25th is College Tuesday. And February 26th is also a late start. Also on the 26th is the Voices Veracruzanas concert at 7. Now back to Maddie and Isaac for the end of the show.
And on that note, Generals, have a great day and tune in tomorrow for another great episode of HQTV.
Shafter High School's news source.